Hi everyone, morning. This is Lizzie Everyday Living. Sorry about the noise in the background. I'm out about in my community having an early morning walk. Cars passing by. Right, so I've never thought to actually show my face on here, but here we go. My face is looking a little bit oily and I have some blemishes because I've just done a TCA peel. Yeah, just to refreshen the skin. So I have on sunscreen and all of those goodies. Right, so I don't know, I've just been reflecting on life, and sometimes they stress that having a 9 to 5 can really put you through physically and emotionally, and for me right now it's more the physical aspect of it. Just maintaining perfect health or good health to avoid emotional eating and all of those goodies. So right now for me, healthy eating and just making sure that I am taking care of my body physically is very important to me, because I remember maybe around, I would say 4 years ago, I had put on a lot of weight, and I know that my body was getting very sick because I had really swollen ankles, and I remember getting up at night and just feeling very, very sick, almost faint. And of course I did the checks and I had all sorts of issues going on, circulation issues, plus the fact that I wasn't sleeping because I was always thinking about work, doing your best. And even when I did my best, I was not seen as being good enough, or people just thinking that I am inferior or whatever it is. So it started to affect me mentally, and of course that would have caused all sorts of emotional eating. I was putting on, as I said, too much weight. Sorry if I'm talking in circles, but there's just something that I want to get off my chest. So of course I had to adjust my eating, change my diet, because normally when I come in from work, like about 5 p.m, I would just eat anything. And I hate exercise. I always hated going to the gym. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna do a couple things. I follow, I'm not gonna call any name, but I follow this lady on social media, and what I learned was that you try to do in terms of your eating for the day, you eat heavy in the morning, well, as much as you can, even if you have a very hectic work day and you have to rush out in the morning. At least try to eat something that is filling, and then lunch should be something that's filling as well. But then as the day comes to a close, you try to cut down or not eat at all, because what's going to happen is that when you have all of that food in your stomach and you're not doing any exercise, you go to bed, and that's where the weight is packed on. So it's something like breakfast like a king, lunch like a queen, and then in the evening maybe I would just have a shake, or just intermittent fasting, just not eat at all after say 1 o'clock, and that would be it for me. And I found that I was losing the weight, and losing the weight for me was really a big deal, because that's when I noticed that my ankle, my swollen ankle, I wouldn't have that problem as much anymore. It went away. And then one of the big things for me, because if you've watched my channel, you would have noticed that I have a video where I show you guys how to make the rosemary tea. Now, that whole idea of drinking the rosemary tea, really, I learned from my younger brother. He developed type 2 diabetes. I know it's gonna get a little bit teary-eyed. He died from type 2 diabetes. He wasn't the greediest or anything, to be honest. He didn't, what he ate were very minute portions of food. So it was just the timing of the day in which he used to eat his food that would have caused him to put on so much weight. He found out that he was really sleeping like on the weekends when he had a break, time off from work. I think I'm lost. Honestly, I don't even know where I am. I've been living here for over a year, but because of work, I rarely get any time to even have a walk. So sorry about this now. Cars are approaching, but so he used to work during the week, but on weekends he found that he was sleeping very late into the morning, till one day his girlfriend found out that he was not waking up like on Saturday morning. She eventually woke him up well into the afternoon and took him to the doctors, and that's when he had to be rushed to the hospital because he was just fainting. And that's how we found out that he had type 2 diabetes. Of course, he's somebody like me. He doesn't like to use all of those Western medicine. He tried taking metformin, and he used to, because I live in the UK, of course, he lived in Jamaica, he said, Janice, you know what, this thing is really making me sick. I don't want to take it, and I think I'm gonna stop taking these Western medicines. He tried his own herbal remedies. Rosemary was one of them that really pulled his blood sugar level down or kept it normalized. And so he said to me, Janice, try drinking rosemary tea like 3 days for the week. Don't drink it before bed because it will keep you up. So drink it like in the morning or in the afternoon. And that's what I've been doing for about 3 years now, and I haven't had any swollen ankles. And of course I know that rosemary has like other benefits, but trust me, I can see a big change in the way I even I'm able to feel energized and all of that, right? And it's just been something that I really wanted to get off my chest, the fact that we put so much effort, there's so much stress that our 9 to 5 can cause on our bodies, and for what reason. You put your all into it, and you you either die at a young age or something like that. And really, so my brother died in 2022. It was December. It really broke my heart because he was young. He just, as I said, he decided that he didn't want to use the Western medicine. He tried all of his herbal remedies, but of course it brought him down to nothing, the diabetes. And yeah, it really broke my heart. And up until this very day, when I do go back to Jamaica, I've been back home twice. I haven't brought myself to even go to his grave to look for him. I think I'm gonna turn back here. I don't think I know exactly where I am. Yeah, so yeah, all of that stress for nothing. And you know, having turned my diet around, it's really hard sometimes when, you know, you're at work for the day and you can't even find time to even go to the toilet, you know, to wee, or, you know, making sure that you're having your water. I try to have this amount. This is what, 1.5 liters for the day. And then if you drink certain amount of water, you know, you're gonna go to the toilet. But sometimes my timetable is so full, I don't even have time to run to the toilet. You have a break and lunchtime, but you always have to be, you know, you plan the lessons, but of course either setting out books or something. It's just the way the system is set up to just really fail you. So of course I have my making sure that, I'm sorry if I'm going in circles, but making sure that in the morning I have like my rosemary tea, or I have my beef bone stew, or I have some healthy yogurt or a shake or something. And the thing is, I am not perfect in the way I eat all the time, but what I've done is just to try to cut down on eating very late in the evening. I don't eat a lot of meat. I've tried to cut down on that. Chicken is my worst enemy, because the minute I eat chicken, I don't know if it's the hormones or what, and I don't buy the chicken in the supermarket because I just don't think it's very healthy. I think I don't know, I don't think it's very healthy. But I try to buy the one at the shops, off license shops. Find that at least that one doesn't look big and fluffy or whatever. So I do eat chicken, but not very often because it just shows right here. Had some over the weekend. Yeah, so I say that really to say this: life is just too short to make people stress you out. Right now I'm on holiday, and I've still got so much work to even complete while I will be at home. So I'm really just saying, take care of you, you know, take care of yourself, because sometimes that 9 to 5 is just not worth it. Yeah, you got bills to pay, but I say, you know, don't try to cut things short or stress people out just to reach where, you know, you think you want to be, you know. Just be transparent. And because at the end of the day, what is it all for, you know? So take care of yourselves, you know, try to eat healthy. Try not to drink as well. I don't drink or I don't smoke, and that's one of the things too, because I don't have any other avenues through which I can really release any sort of stress. So for me, coming up with unique ways of eating is of utmost importance, of eating meals that are healthy, you know, because at the end of the day your body is your temple and you only have one body, so you have to really make sure that you're taking care of it. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap up here, but I'm just gonna quickly say one of the other things that really leads me to try to eat healthy was the fact that my husband also developed type 2 diabetes, and so what I had to do, I mean, he nearly died on the plane ride to Jamaica. I think it was last year. He had to be taken off the plane wheelchair to KPH, and he wasn't a heavy eater as well, but of course just coming home, eating, and then just going to bed. And so I had to find unique ways of cooking chickpeas, because chickpeas can be very, I guess, bland, you know, other forms of healthy food. You know, I've had to find ways of, you know, bringing him back to good health. Of course, he used the traditional methods. He took the insulin for the type 2 diabetes, and right now it's it's out of his system, you know, so he no longer has type 2 diabetes. And of course I know I've had a big role in that. So yeah, he's now off the insulin. So I say that to say this: it's just really important that you take care of your physical body, because there's only one you. I know that of course we're all gonna die one day, but you know, if you can lengthen your life by just trying to be more physically active, by even just trying to eat more healthy, having like a heavy breakfast, lunch heavy, and then in the evening just try to minimize or not eat at all. Alright, so I'm heading back home now. I still have some work to do, so yeah, nice early morning walk. So this is me. Yeah, so until next time, this is Lizzie Everyday Living, and take care of you. Bye. Yes guys, so if you notice, I look very exhausted because I've just done 7 weeks and 3 days of a half term, and I am really exhausted. So sorry about the way I look. Hope I'm not scaring you this early in the morning, but yeah, you know, that's life. That's the way it is.